Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a great day to talk about the absolute chaos unfolding in Genoa. Let's make a big cup of coffee because we have so much to discuss today, and honestly, my head is spinning with all this crazy stuff. The why in our storyline is leaving viewers stunned by its unexpected and exciting plot twists. What could happen next when Phyllis recruits Matt as an ally against Newman? Let's dive straight into this chaos. So let's just start with the elephant in the room. The Newman family has completely backed Phyllis Summers into a corner. I mean, a literal, inescapable corner. And you guys know how I feel about this. I am honestly just so tired of the Newmans always winning. It is exhausting, it really is. Every single time someone goes up against Victor Newman, he just snaps his fingers, twirls his mustache, and everything falls right back into his lap. It is so frustrating to watch as a fan who has been covering the show for a while. Phyllis had Summers' conglomerate. She had Newman Enterprises. She had one. But of course, Victor couldn't just let her have it. He had to use that creepy AI program to create fake evidence against her. He had to buy off all her employees. He had to make her life a living hell until she was forced to surrender, and now Phyllis is terrified. She is actually terrified of going to prison, which is saying a lot for her. And it's not just Victor, it is Christine Blair Romalotti. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on Christine. She is like a dog with a bone when it comes to Phyllis. She has hated Phyllis since the dawn of time. Since the literal beginning of Genoa City history. Victor thinks he can just call Christine off now that he has his precious company back. But let's be real. Who actually believes this is going to end well? Christine loves the idea of punishing Phyllis. She is obsessed with it. So even if Victor says, hey, we are good now, Christine is still going to push for those charges. She wants Phyllis in a jail cell, so Phyllis is stuck. She fired Michael Baldwin, her own lawyer and best friend, and now she is going to have to go crawling back to him, begging him to save her from this mess. It is humiliating. It is a total defeat for Phyllis, and it hurts to watch. But wait, because it gets so much worse, let's talk about Nick Newman for a second. I need to rant about Nick because I am just furious with him right now. Nick is a mess, a complete and total mess. He is literally popping fentanyl like it's candy. He is a full-blown addict right now, spiraling out of control in Las Vegas and now back at the ranch. And what happens? He overdoses. He literally collapses and overdoses, and who saves his life? Matt Clark. Yes, the Matt Clark, the guy Nick wants to destroy. Matt does CPR, calls for help, and Phyllis is right, they're helping too. They literally saved Nick's life. He would be dead on the floor if it wasn't for them. And how does Nick repay Phyllis for saving his life? He threatens her. He actually threatens her. He corners her at the GCC and tells her that he is going to go to the Las Vegas police and tell them she is harboring a fugitive if she doesn't give up the company. I mean, what kind of absolute garbage is that? You just overdose, buddy. You need to be in a rehab facility, not orchestrating a corporate takeover. It is the height of hypocrisy. Nick is playing this moral high ground, acting like he is the hero of the story, while he is secretly hiding a massive drug addiction from his family and blackmailing the woman who just kept him breathing. It makes my blood boil, it really does. So Phyllis is forced to give the company back. She realizes she has no choice. Nick forced her hand. She doesn't want to go to prison for harboring Matt Clark, so she has to surrender. But here is where the story gets really, really interesting. And this is the part I am so excited to talk about. Because Phyllis is not just walking away quietly. When does she ever? Never. That's when Phyllis is starting to show a very different side of herself when it comes to Matt Clark. A few episodes ago, Phyllis was just using Matt as a pawn. He was her bargaining chip against Victor, but now she is actually asking Nick what is going to happen to Matt if she goes to jail. She is worried about him. Why is she worried about a guy who used to terrorize her friends? Because she is becoming his protector. It is the wildest shift in dynamic, but I am absolutely here for it. Phyllis sees what the Newmans are doing to him. Matt is suffering from severe amnesia, and even when his memories came flooding back in that creepy replica shadow room that Noah built, Matt didn't turn back into a monster. He was horrified. He was sobbing in the Newman gym, begging Victor for a chance at redemption. He said he would rather die than go back to being that evil guy. And Phyllis sees this. She sees a broken, vulnerable man who is being tortured and manipulated by the same family that is currently destroying her life. She sees a kindred spirit. They are both outcasts right now. The Newmans hate them both. They are both backed into a corner. So what happens when two brilliant, dangerous outcasts get pushed too far? They team up. I am calling it right now, you guys. Phyllis is going to make Matt her new pet project. She is going to protect him from Victor and Nick, and in return, they are going to form a secret alliance. Just think about the possibilities here. Phyllis is secretly teaming up with Matt to plot against Nick and Victor. It is the ultimate revenge storyline. Phyllis is so incredibly smart, and Matt is ruthless when he needs to be. If the Newmans keep pushing him, if Nick keeps treating him like dirt while secretly popping pills, Matt is going to snap. But he won't snap in a mindless, psychotic way like before. He will snap in a focused, strategic way, directed by Phyllis Summers. They could completely dismantle the Newman family from the inside out. They could expose Nick's drug addiction to the entire world and ruin his golden boy reputation forever. They could sabotage Victor's AI program. The sky is the limit. And let's talk about the chemistry. Oh my gosh, the chemistry between Michelle Stafford and Roger Holworth. You can't teach that kind of spark. You just can't. If you have been watching soap operas for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These two actors played a romantic couple on General Hospital a few years ago. Remember Nina and Franco? They were absolute magic on screen. The fans loved them. They were such a huge, fan favorite pairing because they brought out this weird, quirky, dark, and beautiful energy in each other. And the best part, Michelle and Roger are actually really close friends in real life. They are besties. Because they are friends in real life, there is this incredible level of trust between them on screen. You can see it in every scene they share on Why and Are Right Now. They are so comfortable with each other. They play off each other's energy perfectly. The writers are definitely seeing this. There is no way the producers and writers aren't watching these dailies and thinking, wow, we need to put these two together. They are totally testing the waters for a romance here, and honestly, I am all for it. I think Matt is going to become Phyllis's future boyfriend. I know some people on social media might think it's crazy. Oh, how could Phyllis date Matt Clark after everything he did? But let's be real, this is Genoa City. People have dated way worse. Victor locked a guy in a dungeon. Patty Williams shot people and fed them peanut butter. Everyone in this town has a rap sheet a mile long. If Matt is truly a changed man, or at least a man who is actively trying to fight his dark urges, then Phyllis is the perfect woman for him. She understands the darkness. She understands what it is like to do terrible things and have the whole town judge you for it. She won't judge him, she will accept him. And maybe I'm being too harsh on the Newmans. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Maybe Victor is just trying to protect his family, but his methods are just so toxic. He is currently giving Nikki an ultimatum to drop Jack Abbott, while Nikki is literally suffering from blinding headaches that could be a brain tumor. Victor is completely oblivious to his own wife's failing health because he is so obsessed with crushing Phyllis and Jack. It is pathetic. Victor is so blinded by his own ego that he doesn't even see the real threats right in front of him. He doesn't see that Nikki is dying, and he doesn't see that Phyllis and Matt are about to become the most dangerous power couple this show has seen in decades. So let's map out how this revenge plot could actually work. Phyllis is currently pretending to be defeated. She is acting like she has surrendered. She is going to let Nick and Victor think they have won. Nick is going to strut around town, acting like the big hero who saved his family's company, all while sweating through fentanyl withdrawals in the GCEC bathrooms. Phyllis is going to use that. She is going to find out about Nick's addiction. Maybe Matt already knows. Matt has been watching Nick. Matt knows Nick is a hypocrite. They are going to gather the evidence. They are going to document every single time Nick buys drugs, every time he passes out, every time he loses control. Then they are going to look at Victor. Victor thinks his AI program is his ultimate weapon. But Phyllis is a tech genius. We all remember her hacking days. What if Phyllis and Matt find a way to hack into Victor's AI? What if they reverse engineer the fake evidence and use it to frame Victor for a federal crime? That would be poetic justice. Victor used AI to frame Phyllis and Kane Ashby, so Phyllis uses it to frame Victor, and Matt can be the muscle. Matt can be the guy who does the dirty work, the sneaking around, the manipulating. They would be an unstoppable team. But there is a wild card here, and her name is Patty Williams. Oh boy, Patty, she is currently obsessed with Jack Abbott, but she also has this weird connection to Matt. Remember, they share a kid. Audra Charles is their biological daughter, which is a whole other messy storyline that is going to explode soon. If Patty finds out that Phyllis is getting close to Matt, Patty might lose her mind. She might target Phyllis out of jealousy, or maybe Patty joins their alliance. Imagine an alliance of Phyllis, Matt, and Patty. The Newmans wouldn't stand a chance. It would be pure, unadulterated chaos, and I would be glued to my screen every single day. I just really hope the writers don't mess this up. They have a bad habit of starting these amazing storylines and then just having Victor win in the end anyway. It is so boring. We need a real shakeup. We need Phyllis to actually get a win that sticks. And giving her a complex, dark, romantic storyline with Matt Clark is exactly the kind of fresh energy the show needs right now. Michelle and Roger are too talented to just be used as stepping stones for Nick's redemption arc. They need to be the stars of this plot. And what about Christine? If Phyllis and Matt team up, they need to figure out a way to neutralize the bug. Christine is relentless. Maybe Matt can dig up some dirt on Christine. Everyone has skeletons in their closet, even little Miss Perfect. If they can find something to blackmail Christine with, they can force her to drop the charges against Phyllis. Then Phyllis will be completely free to rebuild her empire. Free to date Matt, free to destroy the Newmans. It is going to be a bumpy ride, you guys. I can feel it. The tension is building. Nick is going to hit rock bottom soon. You cannot maintain a fentanyl addiction while trying to run a major corporation and fight off to supervillains. Nick is going to crash and burn, and it is going to be entirely his own fault. He pushed Phyllis away. He betrayed her after she saved his life. He deserves whatever is coming to him, and Victor deserves to lose his company again for being so arrogant and oblivious. So, what do you guys think? Am I crazy for shipping Phyllis and Matt? Am I the only one who sees the intense chemistry between Michelle Stafford and Roger Holworth? I know the GH fans are with me on this one. Nina and Franco forever. Let me know in the comments if you think Phyllis is going to use Matt for revenge, or if she genuinely cares about him. Or maybe it's a little bit of both, because let's be honest, with Phyllis, it is always a little bit of both. She loves hard, but she schemes even harder. I'm going to be watching these next few episodes very closely. Every look, every touch, every conversation between Phyllis and Matt is going to be a clue. The writers are laying the groundwork right now. We just have to pay attention. Alright, my coffee is empty, and my fingers are cramped from typing so fast. I need to take a breather before the next episode airs. Keep the conversation going below, and I will see you guys next time for more Genoa City madness.